it's also the...
Yeah, alright.
It's the iPhone 4.
That's alright. It's just fun.
Okay.
Let's reset this thing. That'd be fun. Because we just like reset the other one. Let's just reset this. Set it from like...
Okay. Question for Jacques Emery.
Do that. It's a cup.
So a lot of people, you spend a lot of time practicing. I think practicing is an interesting activity in something. I feel like a lot of people have a hard time dedicating themselves. I mean, yeah, what drives you to dedicate a lot of time into this pursuit of ability?
Like music.
Musical, sort of.
I think it's just doing it all the time with people. Kind of constantly validates you to do it. So if like I started kind of young-ish.
So do you reckon people drive you? Like you see other people doing stuff?
Being around other people all the time, like playing music a lot with other people, just like other people.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, keep going. Sorry.
Being around other people a lot. Yeah, I guess it's social in a lot of ways, maybe, as well.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, definitely in terms of performing to an audience. Like, if you think about the I don't know, a performer versus a non-performer.
Yeah.
Like, there are musicians that don't necessarily perform. Like, performance is still a specific part of the music. I guess, yeah, you're just around a lot of people who are doing the same thing, and then it creates, that's just like all the validation you need, really, it seems. Because like people, I'm constantly playing to people who watch you and say like, oh yeah, music's great. Like, you know, people that are just constantly, even though it's like not many people, it doesn't even have to be many people to do it. And like I listen to a lot of music, and so I think about ways of performing that like would be good but that I can't do yet, and then that motivates me to. And you're like around people who've either done, like who have done things within that realm that you're like, that's really good. Like I wish, yeah, that's cool. I should try to do that. It's like really stimulating to just like have new challenges for things, I guess. Like when I was explaining to you but that rhythm stuff, it probably seemed interesting, maybe. I don't know.
No, yeah, it was. Of course.
Well, it's just like like, yeah. I find like whenever I question like why music, I'm just like, well, I don't know. It's just like this is good. It's just like it's hard to really rationalize it. This is like when you sent me that question. It's like how do you just like generally justify making art? Well, you said you had like a really broad question like that.
Yeah.
And like the answer I drafted to send you was just like the only concrete fact I can give is that I really like it and I get really intense good feelings out of it, and then I'm around other people who also say like the same. It's just like it is like religion, I reckon. Don't you think? It's like faith. It's like faith in the ability of a performance to do something to someone. Maybe
Well,
like in
like
terms of music, like in terms of or art. It's just like even if you're the only one that ever wants it, you still just like have some. You do just like think of it in a certain way.
Yeah.
It's really constructive.
I mean, but it's
performance is totally constructive,
yeah.
I think. And I think that electronic music has made me realise that. And like listening to music privately has made me realise that.
But it's not a conscious faith towards something. You're sort of just within...
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like that. It's funny.
Um...
I love that. Do you want to stop at the side of it?
Yeah.
It's funny. It's just like funny to have lots of inconsistent...
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. I think that performance and music, like art in general, is kind of just like... It's really weird to talk about it intimately, but I I get really intense feelings from doing it and from listening to it, and like I'm also around a lot of people that do, and people that don't even do music but still really like music and like watch performances and really get like a thrill out of it. It's still like really kind of culture. It's like really, yeah, like there's a ritual to like a performance, I think.
That you
Hypothetically,
enjoy? That you enjoy
Yeah.
the rituals.
well, I guess so, and I guess I like did it before I really could really question it, but now I can see it more as a construct because like there are like people that just listen to like the radio in their car and like Kanye West on their iPod, who like don't really engage with live music as a thing. Like live music is still like a specialty in some way. Which is, I feel like, the reason like we can be apathetic to go to a gig is because like we can also access a lot of music. Like this. This is like something I made ages ago. We're just like listening to it now on the internet. We're like creating an experience for ourselves, which is like a miniature performance. Like we don't necessarily always feel the need to go to a big, like the bigger the performance, you're kind of skeptical as to the value of it or something.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a thing of these times.
But like I like the way that we just kind of perform all the time and don't really.
Yeah, there's a fluidity between.
Which I think there's still. I think there is still like a thing that is like still leaning towards traditional performance, but it's still really fluid. That is really interesting. And I guess that's like with improvised music, maybe.
Yeah.
But then there's also like that amazing, like I also appreciate, like I watched some recitals today, some classical recitals, and I watched Maddie's recital the other day, which is like classical, so it's like really non-spontaneous. The opposite of spontaneous. It's like the Coonsy thing of like really working on something.
Yeah.
And like
refining.
Making it. And like they were just like incredible. And I was just like, when you're doing it, it might feel like not even that good. It might just feel like work. Like, but then you make something that someone else is just like, Jesus, that's really. You can just have like a really intense experience.
It's sort of giving up your own. I mean, like. With improvising, when you improvise something really nicely, it's sort of it has your own. You appreciate it almost as an audience member would appreciate it because it is like, sort of straight up kind of happening just before you, and it's like. You've never seen it before, like the audience has never. I mean, is that a thing? Do you reckon like practicing something over and over again, it might give you. It's like someone who works on a movie, how they'd watch the movie they worked on, completely different way to someone who's never seen it before.
Yeah.
Is that like?
Yeah, maybe it's like. It's like a really good. Well, yeah, performance.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah,
like
I
that
think so.
they would view it. Playing. Yeah.